We say a lot of jokes about the Chinese and the communists and that, but I feel like China's got it. They got the ball.
I know.
If you've got too low of a credit score, you can't.
Ya tú sabes,
Yo.
para toda la
Let's go.
gente que
Yeah.
movieron la cadera, aquí está otra cosita caliente, mucha sabrosura. FireCast 135 otra vez con mi gente de Real to Real.
He said hello. he said hello.
Boys,
How are you?
yeah.
¿Qué pasa, hombre?
How are your
Let's
fucking
go.
doing? Another week of your Monday night entertainment. We're not live. Again, apologies. This shit is the biggest cash grab I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Cash
You
grab.
order one thing and then there's a cable missing. You order this thing and you need another cable for that part. Then you need this
Yeah,
thing.
sending you on a quest.
Oh my fucking god, bro! I'm like, oh fuck these cunts, bro. I'm telling you, when I'm rich, I'm suing all of yous.
Yeah.
Suing Canon, suing you, Twitch, suing you, Roadcaster, suing you. I'm buying all
don't
of
even
it.
use
Coming
Twitch.
after everyone.
I'm literally going to buy all these fuckers out, bro. So, guys, how are we? Joe, okay? What's been happening? How's your week thus far?
Busy, bro.
You've come straight from work.
Yeah, straight from
you
work.
look exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually out of smoke on the way here, so had a bit of a smoke.
What happened today, man?
Just people unexpected like twists and turns in my schedule, and I'm like my work schedule, and I'm like fuck, like that. I just like set up my week, and they're like, there's always like curveballs, you know what I mean?
Spanner. Yeah.
But then they're like, drive here, drive there, get this done, and then get this done. Oh, pull my apprentice off me for 2 days, and I'm like, I'm all for doing the work, but it's the deadlines that like they're
just
expecting
unrealistic.
Yeah. So
sometimes,
then
yeah.
I try to get that output going, but it's like it's exhausting, bro. You know what I mean? So
100%, bro.
I have no time to fucking do anything. Like, oh, I do. I can be better at like when I do have downtime to just do stuff like, you know, that's a bit productive. Like that, like for example, like just looking up stuff for the pod, this and that, or doing whatever. But yeah, I just feel like I get no time like during the day. Like there's no longer 8-hour days anymore. Well, there is, but like they just dump more work on you. So, but it's good. Like I ain't complaining because I'm just like had a rough day.
Yeah.
But I've on the drive home, you know.
Like, fuck these fucking shit.
Yeah, I rang Tori and I had a full little tantrum. I was like, so that was embarrassing. Like, just yeah, I don't know. And then, but I feel like by the time I get home, though, usually it's like 45 minutes. Maybe I left in the peak hour traffic as well, so it was just an hour.
Yeah.
So plenty of time to kind of calm down. There's plenty of times where I was the defensive driver. You'd be so proud of me nowadays. You know what I mean? Like people would just do shit that I would usually go off at him for.
Yeah.
So this guy tried to cut in, and we we're gonna collide. No, we weren't gonna collide. Like I seen him, but I just went like that, and he just kept going. And I'm like, you know what? Just
Let him in.
let him in. You know what I mean?
But fucking idiot.
But yeah, just things are good though. But it's just busy. It's good that the company's busy because they can continue because we cost a lot as well. Like wages, there's heaps of overheads, but there's just so much output, man. But it's better than not having work and your job's like on the line and whatever. So
100%.
yeah.
Tori, how are you? You go next. I'm kind of liking keeping the identity hidden. I think it's a good fucking a good little thing we can
That's
get
usually
going.
how it works.
That's
Anyway.
usually how it works,
Yeah.
I'm good. It was my birthday on Sunday.
Oh, it was
happy
too. Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, I said happy birthday to you, didn't I? Yeah,
Yes, you did. Yeah.
No, you fucking didn't.
I was gonna say, oh my god, that would have
You
been
did.
awful if I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Joey and I went to Brekkie, and then we went to his family's house for dinner and did a whole lot of cleaning and shit during the day, which was riveting. Went to Bunnings, Kmart, Chemist Warehouse, Aldi. Fuck, where else did we go?
See,
We went
the thing is
everywhere.
that Tori loves like her birthday, right? Like a lot of people are just like,
I was like, that's a wild
relax,
birthday.
whatever. But, no, but like
Running errands.
like, you know, she's turned me into a bit of a morning person as well.
Yeah.
But like, I can just tell when she's in an element where she struggles to turn off sometimes. You know what I mean? But if she's doing stuff on the go that she likes doing, like going to Bunnings, oh, we need a new thing for the Monstera. You know the
Moss pole.
the moss pole. So you know, which was still that's in the making. But you know, we got a lawnmower. Did this, did that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck, we're
and then-
getting old, eh? You know you're getting old when you're excited about that
but
shit.
I do agree, though, you feel a bit exhilarated a little bit, right? Maybe exhilarated is a bit exaggerative, but like when you have a productive morning, then you can relax. I feel
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
I
it's
relax
better.
the whole day,
I feel like a slob.
It feels good to
Yeah.
get shit done too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing that shit
yeah,
too.
but we just hung out and
Watched
yeah.
Love Island for a couple of hours, which was good. Any of you watching Love Island?
No,
not this time.
I'm not into reality TV, man.
I said to her the other night, I'm like, you watching Love Island? I'm like, she's like, yeah. She's like, is it worth watching? She's like, well, it's never worth watching.
Yeah, but you do anyway.
She literally said that. She goes, but you watch it. It's in the background.
It's
I'm
in the
like,
background.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about like shallow like drama that you know
Yeah.
is scripted. But there's always a thing where you're like, how much is scripted? I would love to be a contestant, not for those reasons, but to be like
Just to
on any
see-
show
yeah.
that's like maths or whatever the fuck it is, or even MasterChef. How much is scripted?
Yeah.
Or what's the percentage?
Well,
if we were to really.
My missus and I used to watch Love Island. We haven't this year, and we were watching The Block, and she was watching The Block, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, I've had enough of this shit. I'm not fucking watching this shit anymore. I just stopped watching. She kept watching it in the background. I'm like, this shit is fucking ass.
fake, man.
It's so fucking stupid.
But still, it gets me hooked. I know it. It's like wrestling for me. Like I don't really watch wrestling much, but if I come across WWE wrestling, I am. It's like watching a shark doco for me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching it.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
coming.
fucking
It's
know.
coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
Raw next year.
Yeah,
January,
that's huge.
Live on Netflix.
Because shit.
DZ, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I had my first celebrity experience. I was walking through the plaza last week, and someone tapped me on the shoulder. Goes, "Fuck, you're DZ." I turn around. It was Jackie O from Kyle and Jackie O. I was like, she's like, "No way." She's like, "Oh yeah, keen to come on the pod and shit." I was like, "Yeah, fucking no." So,
You had me for a second.
yeah.
no, I'm serious. No, I'm joking. But she was at the plaza. I
I had to literally look at you. If you go check the tape, I'm looking at you and I'm reading you, and I'm like, I went, oh shit. I was like, how's she doing? I heard she's doing like bad.
No, but I went in the plaza and there was a big fucking line all through the plaza.
for Jackie,
and I went
yeah.
in quickly and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I couldn't tell. And then I ended up going to Big W after and I went and she was sitting there signing her books and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, there you go.
Isn't she? Yeah, she's
got a book or something.
Isn't she on a
'cause
rehab or something?
She admitted she had an alcohol problem.
She was
or something.
addicted to like Panadols or something, and
Pain.
Oh, God.
and she did it in secret, and now she's
Nah.
talking about it. Or
To
coincidentally,
make money
at the
for a
time
book.
that the book's
Yeah,
coming
my
out,
new book, yeah.
These cunts are geniuses, bro. I'm gonna do the same thing. Episode 200 of FireCast. I'm gonna pretend that I'm addicted to crack.
Your autobiography.
It's actually me just smoking it on the bottom.
Well, how are you anyway? Other than smoking crack.
I'm good. I had my first bit of. I also had a horrible day yesterday. I had a bit of a hissy fit. This is how I also know I'm getting old. I'd done the most Karen thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh,
And now that I look back at what I did, I'm like, fuck, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, right? Okay, so I'm driving home from work. It's around 3:34. I'm on the M5, right? I'm still 40 minutes away from fucking home, right? So I'm like, right, whatever. Traffic's starting to build. Trying to rush home. Traffic's happening, right? I'm like, whatever. I'm driving along, right, in the middle lane. And I see some cocksucker in the left lane, right, in a work ute, mind you. He comes fucking flying, bro, and completely fucking cuts me off where I've had to like slam the brakes on. And I'm like, bro, is this cunt fucking serious? I'm like, and I'm fucking yelling and shit. And I'm going, bro, fucking calm the fuck down, cunt. I'm yelling at this cunt. I then go to the right lane. This cunt does it again, bro. Does it again, but I'm talking to the point where like I had to slam the brakes on, and then everyone behind's like beeping and shit at this cunt. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, use your fucking brain, you fucking wanker. I'm going off at this cunt, right? And then of course in my head I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna fight this cunt. I'm like, sweet. So I'm chasing him and shit, and then I go, hold on a second. Logical thing comes in my thought. I'm like,
I can't fight.
if this cunt gets one, I can't fight, and if this guy gets out and he's ginormous, I'm gonna get bashed on the highway.
Oh
in front
my
of everyone.
God.
So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna fight him. Then second logical thought is, I'm in a fucking work ute, so I don't want people to see my company and all that shit, and I'm fighting this cunt. I'm like, all right.
By the way, get some fuel.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, calm down. I calm down, and then I go, the brilliant idea comes in my head. He's in a work ute too. So
You didn't.
I literally fucking Googled, searched his work, and I left an anonymous complaint. And I even sent them the number plate.
Wow.
That's how pissed off I
Yeah.
was. I was literally going,
And that's how you know you're getting old as fuck.
And I literally, after I did it, I went, did I really just do that?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck,
You
man.
kind
I'm
of
like,
went. You
He's
took,
probably the boss.
you took the physical warfare into like.
to buy, like fucking.
You're like, I'm gonna. If I can't do it, you know.
But in saying that too, though, and that's what I said, I can't believe.
You just go home, light a cigar, like you're some like the Godfather.
And I sent him the message. I was like, your company is so lucky I don't have dash cam footage because I would have handed it to the police. And
Oh my god.
And I went, oh my God. I'm like, I'm literally old as fuck. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, next time I'm just going to get out and fight the guy. I'd rather just get bashed than fucking send a message. And I was like, oh my, I was so embarrassed, bro. I was like, fuck.
That is hilarious.
And
Holy shit.
That's my life. Like, it's just over. Like, I've got one foot in the grave at this point.
Yeah, that's so funny. You're actually one of those people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but that's how pissed off I was, though. He almost caused 2 accidents. And I was like,
That's pretty fucked, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was fucking
It is
like
crazy
a big Islander.
how hard we think we are behind the wheel. It's insane.
Bro.
Eh?
And then
Like-
you literally realize, you go, holy fuck, no one actually knows how to fight unless you do it for a sport. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, if this guy's ginormous, I'm going to look like a bigger idiot. I'm like, nah,
But
fuck.
you'd at least hop out and like at least pretend like a if
you'd have to
I would play
pretend.
chicken. If
Yeah.
I walked out of someone, I'd just pretend I'm like, and this guy's
Hopefully he fucking shits himself because I'm fuck, this guy can fight.
Or he starts to like pull up his shorts, like
He puts MMA gloves on. You're like, oh, fuck. But other than that, the week's been good.
Yeah.
As always. Again, yeah, as always, apologize for no live. As always, this shit is impossible to set up and it's quite difficult. But other than that, we will have a look at community penis. I think we've got some speak pipes.
But yeah, you can fact check Vega as well now when I say some dumb shit. We're all getting fact checked. Oh, yeah, and a bit more about that misinformation bill. So here's the problem with it as well. And as well, I wanted to correct you guys on something as well with the social media thing. We actually, even though we're over 16, we actually have to give our fucking physical ID. It's like you're going to the pub. You have to give your physical ID to the fucking pub, and they can let you in, and you have to do that for social media. And I have a fucking problem with my ID being on the internet. I don't know fucking who's gonna use my ID or not. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's a problem. And also, how are they gonna fucking police that shit? Like, how are they gonna make sure under 16s aren't on social media? Like, there's always a fucking backdoor, and there's always a fucking, you know what? I think I think it should be monitored. I think there should be like a safer version of Instagram for people under 16. And I think I've heard Instagram say they want to do that. So yeah, I think that's a better option than just completely banning it. Personally, like, I mean, social media is bad in a lot of sense, but you still like, it's just how, you know, and yeah, that's how it is.
I don't think that you have to give your ID, but people have been saying that, but that's not. They haven't come out with a full plan yet, so it's not confirmed. I doubt you're gonna have to give your ID, and it is kind of just like what I said before. Yeah, I'm sure it's just gonna be. It's not gonna be enforced like you're gonna go to fucking jail for using it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be a little harder for people under 16 to use it. It's something you can't really enforce something like that too strictly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think you're gonna have to give your ID, man. I really doubt it.
Right.
Bro, they're not going to make you give your ID when they
Yeah.
already know all of us anyway.
Yeah, they're not going to make you give you ID when there's fucking horse porn and or like murders in other countries and shit. You think people are going to access those videos or like how much fucked up shit's on the internet?
It's just an idea for now. Anyway, they haven't even fully. I don't think.
It'll take years to
It's not fully
work that shit out. They can't just
planned
go.
out yet.
It's banned. Like, but I'm pretty sure Mega sent a few because me and Mega were talking on Instagram. He had a couple of good points about this stuff.
All right, first of all, let me just say I'm sorry I've been so absent. I know I've been lacking and I've been letting the speak pipe fall to the wayside.
Yep.
But I'm just so fucking caught up. Like, my brain is just all over the place. I just don't have the energy left at the end of the day, or the brain power left to send a fucking voice message and sound like an idiot on your podcast. But, you know, I'm still listening every week, boys. Still there, still chiming in, still laughing at your fucking stupidity, which brings me to my next point. Welcome, Tori. It's so good to have you on there.
Yes.
And now these fucking dumbasses can get on with sounding like idiots, and you can actually get the facts out. It was great listening to you on the podcast, doing your thing. You're fucking on top of it. Well done. I think this is the best thing Iggy's ever done for the pod.
Yes.
So congratulations.
I take full
I've also
credit.
got another topic to cover. I'll do it in a second message.
Yeah, it was completely my idea to hire Tori to the team we work
I was going
fucking
to say, I
workshop.
don't know if you can say hire because I'm not getting paid. None of us are getting paid here.
Yeah, well, like I said, I owe you.
Yeah.
No, it was actually
Is it pro bono? Is pro bono a thing when you work pro bono? What is that?
Yeah, I think it's where you take on work for free.
For
Take on free,
and then,
yeah.
or you get paid later.
yeah, pro bono. No, it was actually Fun the God's idea. You mentioned it like a few times. Like it was kind of
well, how the first episode, like last week when Tori was on, like how that unfolded was exactly how I envisioned it in my head.
Yeah,
exactly. And I was like, we need to have her on, but I just didn't know. Tori does a lot for me. Behind the scenes, like so much. It's crazy. So to add something like this on, I know she loves doing this shit. She loves like being around friends and like looking up shit. She's so curious. One of the most curious people I know. So it's like, I don't know if she wanted to do it like just cause for the fuck of it, but Tori's down for anything, you know what I mean? So
well, I mean, we've got a ball and chained to the chair, so she's going to be forced to do it.
I make it sound like it's an option. We signed a waiver.
There was no option.
Yeah. I think it's like she has to wear an ankle monitor. She goes within 25 meters outside the house.
So Mega continues on.
Now, this point is about the social media rule for under 16. I know you boys are seeing it from this is a good idea point of view, get them away from bullying and all that shit. But I don't think you're seeing it from a parent's point of view. This is something you should really think about and really delve into, in my opinion. Look, my eldest, he's 15, and he's on Instagram and Snapchat. Now, the way we've taught him, he's not into all that bullshit. He doesn't get caught up in the random shit that a lot of other teenagers are. And that's where I think it should be on the parents to decide. They should be teaching them properly. They should be guiding them and setting a better example for it. Whereas the ones who are involved in stupid shit, they've just been let loose. Right? So I don't think having an actual ban is a good idea. I don't like other people telling me what my children can do when I'm the one who should be, setting those boundaries in motion. So to start with, fuck you, government. How dare you try and tell me what I allow my child to do? Secondly, it's just another way of them bringing in control, because if under 16s have to provide a digital ID to be on Facebook, then everyone over the age of 16 also has to have that digital ID, which just makes everyone have to have it. Therefore, we have to give up more of our information. It's bullshit.
See, I think maybe 13 would be a better age, but can you look up, please, this misinformation bill with the ID thing? Because I'm pretty sure I can't picture it being that in-depth. And, I mean, while we're on the topic, because I did bring the polls back for these topics, I did say what you guys thought about these misinformation bills and shit.
So Mega, obviously, he's got two more continuing on, I'm assuming, but I kind of
the misinformation. If it's gonna be that in depth, then no. Like obviously, I'm not for more control. I don't want to put an ID, but it's a tough one. I don't know.
The first article, that I clicked on says the digital. I don't know if it's this one. I've got to look at another website, but this one says the Digital ID Bill 2024. No, sorry. Hold on one sec. I'm just trying to summarize very quickly. Yeah, I think this is it. So it says the Digital ID Bill 2024 and Digital ID Transitional and Consequential Provisions Bill, blah, 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 passed through the House of Representatives on the evening of May 16th, calling it a milestone for the program. This provides certainty for the expansion of Australian government digital.
I don't think that's it.
That's not this one?
Because that's May 16. This is a new thing. So type in social media ban. Australia social media ban.
So they want kids under age 16 to have an online ID.
I don't think so though. That's just what people are assuming.
Because I can't imagine ever having to go past that one hurdle that you have to go through, which is, are you underage or are you not? Which is like, you lie. All you have to do is lie.
Yeah, you just change the year you were born.
Imagine having to jump through hoops. Like,
I'm pretty sure I heard someone explaining it, that it would probably be on the parents when you set up the phone with your child. You write their age, and then it just locks it and makes the apps. There's going to have safer versions of the apps, like Zexa kind of mentioned. Instagram and Meta
there's a thing
out.
though. They go to school. They're influenced by other kids. There's only so much you can do as a parent. I feel maybe I'm not speaking obviously as a fucking parent, but I'm just saying, your kid goes to school. at that age, they're very impressionable, right? Even if you are teaching them how to use Snapchat, right, how to use this, there's always friends sending you some random pussy or their own dick just meat spinning, and you're like, oh, what's this?
See, that's the thing.
Hey, my friend's asshole. Like,
I always agree with you, Mega, but I just, unfortunately in life, not everyone has good intentions and values like yourself.
Yeah.
Not everyone's
it's a lot
good parent.
A lot to shield them from.
Bro, you got Mega, who no doubt is a great father, and he's raised his young boys to be young, respectable men. He's the one, I reckon you can count 1 out of 10 parents that are like that. Yeah. So unfortunately, the bad in this situation will always outweigh us good blokes. That's what I believe, especially, but bro, how often do you go into, when I go to the shops and you literally see parents walking with their kids and they're just heads in their phones and the kids running amok, screaming, knocking shit off the shelves, or the kid themselves has got a little iPad in the trolley. And I just look at it and just shake my head. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you're literally being a lazy fucking parent,
but
bro.
The only thing is, though...
Tori, maybe look up how will the social media ban for 16s work?
Yeah, I'll Google that. But this one says this is from 2 days ago, and it says how will the age verification work?
Yeah.
The only thing it says is the Australian government announced on Friday it had awarded a contract to a UK-based organisation to trial different age verification technologies that could be used to enforce the social media ban. Age check certification scheme gives its tick of approval to different age detection methods.
Yeah,
so they still don't have a plan.
It's still too early. Everyone's assuming it's going to be a digital ID. All right, see, we're all assuming a little too much right now.
But I can understand why. People, it sounds,
it's like the start.
dystopian.
It starts somewhere,
yeah,
you know?
Like...
Well, on Instagram, I asked, is it a good idea or a bad idea, the ban under 16s from social media? 10 votes for good idea and 5 votes for bad idea. So most people tend to think it's a good idea. But then I also asked, is the misinformation bill a good idea or bad idea? And that's 4 votes for good idea and 8 votes for bad idea. But you said it was a good idea. Was that an accident? You think it's a good idea to police misinformation?
Well, if I can prove that MDMA actually does grow on trees, then yes, I'm all for it because I'm correct once again. But if not, then no. Nah, I feel like that one's a bit
That one's
excessive.
fucked up. I don't like that one at all.
Like, that's a bit excessive considering that we're in the age of technology where everyone's a content creator and every Tom, Dick and Harry has a podcast or makes music or does interviews.
It's impossible
So it's
to police.
impossible.
Yeah.
It's
At what point do you just kind of like, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing? Just don't have any ban on... But I agree with the ban, just not the misinformation
Yeah, like,
thing.
fair enough. If we were sitting here on the podcast going, I don't know, don't vote for Trump because he's going to start World War III against Korea, and we're like adamant and we're trying to fully... that's a bit different. That's like, okay, you're like literally causing shit. Yeah. But if you're just talking like what we're doing, bro, like, fuck, you can't police
the glory of free speech is that's allowed to go on too. And it does. And the best combatant of misinformation is more information, accurate information. Like Twitter has this new thing where Elon Musk, since he's bought it, it's called community notes. And every comment and everything people post, there's this community notes section and it like fact checks everybody and it shows you, it'll just have like a speech thing showing you the actual information and people can comment on it and people discuss. But it's like just there so everyone can see it. So people will comment this and you can see, oh, this is bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You fucking idiots need that on TikTok.
Can I just add, to I'm looking at the Sydney Morning Herald and it does briefly mention, down the bottom it says they're trialling different things. Haven't crossed anything out, but this could involve all Australians being made to supply ID or biometric data to prove their age.
See, that's crazy. I'm so against that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I thought just my thing was just with the under 16s having a monitored kind of thing. But that shit is like... You've had it for so long. It's like banning ciggies. Not banning ciggies, but like making it harder to buy cigarettes. Imagine so many people that like old people that have been smoking for years, like shit like that. It's always been a thing to police it like that.
But I'm also like, I'm against it, right? Because I don't like that type of control and ID. If we did have to upload an ID, but then again, like I got my license on my phone. I go, it's already there.
Exactly. That's what. That's
like, it's already there.
Guys,
bro.
hold on a second.
Is
right?
it that bad?
You guys, bro, you guys are all acting like as if we are all this like secret little club. We're little albino mole people. We've been living underground for 100 years, and then all of a sudden the government want to know where you at. But they already fucking know, bro. The one fucking government official could be sitting in his desk and go, Joey fucking Khalifa, and it pops up, boom, boom, fucking blood type, fucking sex, all the shit you've done.
Fucking
Bro, fucking FireCast host, like they know, bro. They literally already know. You guys are
That's
acting.
true.
You guys are literally acting like we're this fucking secretive, fucking humanoid Mars reptilian species, and we're so cool and secret, bro. From the moment you are fucking born and you get a birth certificate, bro, they fucking know what you're doing.
But I
what
get
you've
the
done.
concern. I get the concern.
I get it. But you're acting.
Yeah,
it's
but I'm with you.
2024,
I'm with
bro.
you.
Like
Yeah,
they
right.
know everything.
But when you put it in a band, it's more in front of your face. You know it, but it's kind of like you don't want to.
yeah,
You know what I saw they have in China recently, the new thing in China, right? You on WeChat, you upload your palm print, right? You scan your palm on your WeChat, and then you can leave your phone, your wallet at home. I've seen a video of a British guy demonstrating it, and you pay with your palm.
wow.
And it's not like a chip in your hand or anything. You just literally scan like an image of your palm on WeChat.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
But that's also concern. Like people as well would get. They wouldn't want to do that.
They'll
'cause,
chop
like-
off your hand and use your hand. And
True.
But I also see this stuff as a slippery slope, like everything. It'll start like this, and then 20 years later, it's going to be another thing. And 20 years later, that's why, look, we're open to this now because it's already there. See, but before, if it wasn't already there, we would be against it. I don't want to upload my ID, shit, the government. But because it's been so many years of us already having it there, and nothing's changed, our lives are good, we're like, yeah, this is all right. And 20 years later, again, it's going to be like, oh, now you got to do this. And then we're going to be like, yeah, it's all right. Eventually, you're in a fucking, open air prison. You don't even see the bars.
Yeah, well, I feel like we're already in the open air prison.
I agree.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's already too little too late. But see, this is what happens, Mega, when you send a speak pipe. You get discussions going. You see what I mean? So let's listen to the continuation. At least I think it's a continuation.
As for this misinformation, disinformation bill, I'm not an expert on it, but I've heard a few people who have read up on it, and they're pretty reputable sources. So the whole thing is, it's not just misinformation and disinformation. It's also, if you offend someone, basically, like hate speech.
That's fucked up.
And the parameters of this bill have not really been outlined. It's very subjective, like DZ said. So it's up to the government. What they determine is hate speech and misinformation. So you could basically get on Facebook and just say, oh, that guy sucks dick, and that's it. You can be put in prison, fucking prosecuted for it. It's ridiculous. It's actually what's happening in England at the moment, and the reason why all these riots are going on.
sorry, pause.
So they're trying to bring that in. Now, what's also not outlined in the parameters is the fact that what is outlined is that the government has exempted themselves from it. So they can say whatever they want and spread whatever misinformation they want, and they can't be prosecuted. So it's really only affecting us. It's fucking bullshit.
That's crazy.
Firstly, imagine the prisoner. How hard would he look if you're in jail because you said something like, eat a dick, this guy sucks dick. It's like you're in jail. It's like, what are you in for?
I told a guy to eat a dick.
Totally got to eat a dick. Oh, what is Facebook or Instagram?
I'm in there too. Yeah, I was on Twitter. Yeah. But bro, like, it is what's happening in the UK, which is actually scary. People are actually getting prison time for shit they say online, which is fucking bananas.
Yeah, that's
Good, because these are all fucking idiots.
But
so
the thing
good.
is, this whole Trump winning has such wider implications because it's a rejection of this left-wing fucking radical ideology, which is the same. Keir Starmer in the UK, the Prime Minister there, it's the same thing. Left-wing side. Trudeau in Canada, it's left-wing. And then Trump winning was really this kind of back push on this shit. People are rejecting this, man. Most people don't want this shit. Most people, it's extremist, man. And now they're going to realize, and they have to kind of lean more to the middle. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to get rid of this woke bullshit. They're gonna have to stop pushing all this shit because most people don't fucking want it. It's not gonna work. Yeah. So it was a good thing, man, and I hope it ripples out over time, and people can kind of get back to normal, man.
I just want to add to the misinformation bill. It defines misinformation and disinformation as following. So misinformation is online content that is false, misleading, or deceptive, or something that is shared or created with an intent to deceive. And disinformation is misinformation that is intentionally disseminated.
Like spread?
Disseminated.
Yeah, with the intent to deceive or cause serious harm. And then serious harm is defined by 6 categories that the bill outlines, which is election interference, harming public health, vilification of individuals or groups with certain characteristics, intentionally physically harming an individual, imminent damage to critical infrastructure or disruption to emergency services, and imminent harm to the Australian economy. So that's how it's categorized.
That's what I'm getting from those outlines is that it's accidental. Saying the wrong shit by accident doesn't seem to be in there.
No.
But that's still, free speech is free. You have to let this shit happen. You can't police this people talking and having conversation. Like they're saying a danger to national health. They were fucking spreading a danger to national health during COVID. They were saying all this wrong shit when it first happened.
Yeah, well, that's what Mega said. They're exempting themselves.
That's
Which is
crazy.
bullshit. They can say whatever they want. Yeah.
That's the part as well that's what's worse. It's bad already, but then for you to be like, oh, no, not me.
Yeah. So it's literally...
And it's all... Isn't it all perspective? Everything that Tori rattled off, it's all...
Subjective,
sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, everything.
Scary, man. That shit is scary, bro.
Yeah.
That's scary.
See, well, I've got a good... We'll finish Mega's last one, then I've got a good point which can kind of help something I've been saying for many, many moons on this fucking podcast, but we'll rattle off the last point from Mega.
MDMA is not naturally grown.
It does grow on trees!
Now, Joey brought up a good point about depression in kids and how it's been linked to social media. I respectfully disagree, brother. I know you're taking it from studies that have been done, but you can't really take studies as gospel because they study a whole bunch of shit that it's not always true. You know, it's just relative to the people they did studies on. Now, in my son's case, it's got nothing to do with social media, okay? His stress comes from the amount of pressure he's under. I have 2 teenagers, 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. So they're both in high school. They're both under immense pressure at school. They're both in accelerated programs. So they have a lot of stress there. My son also deals with a lot of his friends' problems. And they're always connected because of these phones, you know. So he doesn't get a break from it. He deals with problems from his ex-girlfriend, which don't even get me started on that. There's things like PlayStations and shit like that, like gaming. It affects their brains, YouTube, what they learn about, what they hear, the foods they eat, like GMO shit and processed crap. And, you know, the fact that health education isn't really a thing in schools anymore. It's ridiculous. All the shit that they go through causes that depression. So it's not just social media, brother, although that can cause a lot of it in some people. But, you know, just check your sources.
Okay, let's fight first of all. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard to. How would they do that study? Like, social media is only a portion of it, like you just said. So yeah, I guess I don't know how, and like how much of the population are they doing it to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a. I guess that is. Yeah, there are good points.
Yeah, and I think it's just important to note that, like, there's a lot of things that can lead to mental health issues with kids. And I think social media is 100% one of those. Like,
Is it an enabler?
I think it's an enabler, and I think it opens the door for other children who have been brought up maybe not in the best way to, you know, you can only control your kid so much, and you can only control what your kid does so much. You have no control over other kids.
Yeah.
And I think that is a massive thing with the social media ban, is that, you know, everything that he said, like, you know, you can raise your kid to be a certain way and you can limit your kid, you know, to not do this or put restrictions on them or whatever, let them on social media, but watch what they're doing, monitor what they're doing. But you have no idea what all the other kids out there are doing and what their parents are enabling or allowing them to do.
Yeah.
Which then can lead to things like bullying and like we've seen it. We see it all over the news. We've seen that girl not too long ago that was bullied by, I can't remember where it was, and she killed herself.
Yeah.
And she was like 12 or 13 or something.
I think you both said important things. I think what it comes down to, mainly, what society doesn't talk about is parenting and the school system.
Yeah, definitely.
Change the school system That needs to be fucking uprooted. We're still doing school the same way we've done since fucking 1300.
They're still doing the finger in
That's
between
what
the.
It's just, it's so, like, the whole system is so archaic. And then again, parenting. There's no huge discussion on parenting. How you parent your kids. People need to be better parents. There have to be classes.
But a lot of people
There
don't want
have
to talk
to-
about it because they're the bad parents.
Exactly.
So if you're a bad
Majority of
parent,
people
you're not, you know.
They need to make it harder to have kids, man.
A lot of
and that's
people,
hot take,
a lot of people
but they do.
think they're good parents because of how they've grown up, but maybe
but
they've just
no.
been treated like shit. So
No.
they treat their kids like shit.
And
but
they
it's-
treat their kids like shit, and they've grown up like shit because the school system is shit, and they learn things in school, and they've
Yeah.
grown up. And it's. I think the school system is such a huge problem that people don't talk about. We need to modernize the fucking school system.
So you think more so that than social media, or
I think,
'cause
yeah.
I think
definitely.
social media, although he had good points, social media
media plays a
allows
big part.
it
Yeah,
allows you to send snaps. It allows you to do
Yeah.
this. Like you can't. I kind of disagree. Whatever, we'll agree to disagree, right? But I think that it's not solely that, but maybe that percentage is right. Maybe the study is right.
Yeah.
Because social media is huge. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
You look.
man.
TikTok, that's a fucking social media platform. You can't tell me that every Tom, Dick, and Harry
Yeah.
isn't fucking on TikTok.
I think for the first time in my life,
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you there,
Yeah.
Mega. But it's hard because I know he's the one with kids and stuff. DZ's got kids, but I also think, like I said before, the problem is that I know wholeheartedly with my heart, Mega is such a good fucking dude, and he'd be the greatest dad.
He just has
And
stupid
the-
opinions.
No, but the way, but the way he would have raised his sons would have been fucking impeccable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's his
like I
story,
said,
though.
That's not most
his
people.
story.
that's not most
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
and like I said, bro, my missus works in childcare, and she will tell you right now the bullying, the fighting that they do, the shit that goes on in just her one childcare. And it's all linked to social media.
Yeah.
They're all on TikTok. They're all on sending Snapchats. They're all begging her for TikTok time. And they literally have to stop the kids from bringing their devices.
It's like crack.
It's gotten. It's
Like crack to
literally like,
kids.
bro. It's literally like crack to these kids, right?
Scary, man.
It's gotten to the point where you can ask Chloe when she gets here. They've had to like do a designated device day because these motherfuckers are fully like withdrawing from it. So I think it's once a week or once a month. They're allowed to go on their phones, iPads,
Oh my
Nintendo DSs, and she said it's the most quiet time in the school because they're all, and they talk to each other in the TikTok slang. They talk to my missus in very inappropriate ways, and it's all because of fucking social media, bro. Where are the parents in all that? They're all got their fucking asses in social media. I'm telling you, bro. I reckon social media, it's one of the devils of the
And-
modern age, man.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
off
I
what you
agree.
said,
Bad, bro.
another thing about the parenting, most people's kids are being raised by other people because the parents at work doing a 9-hour fucking day. You don't
Yep.
get to raise your kid. Your kid goes to school for 6 hours,
Yeah.
and then you go send your kid to fucking childcare. They're getting raised by another person. You can't even parent your fucking kids. And then when you do get time to parent your kid, you're probably sitting on TikTok.
Yep.
You know, that is actually, I'm for the ban. I'm back.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. Ban it for kids. Kids do not need that
don't need
shit,
it.
man.
I don't. Yeah,
We-
I don't.
It's
yeah.
fucked up, man.
I don't think-
Everyone in this day and age has anxiety. Everyone has depression. Everyone has something going on apparently, but it's literally all just stems from. Bro, I saw this fucking thing again on social fucking media, which was such a good point. Which it was like, bro, just because you got a funny little quirk doesn't mean you're autistic. Doesn't mean just because you're having a sad day. Oh, I'm depressed. Like just because I know sometimes I scratch. Bro, oh, it's my autistic trait. It's like, bro, no.
I got fleas.
Yeah, like, bro, it's just a quirk, bro. Like, what happened to just be? It's just we're just humans, but everyone makes it this fucking thing, and it all stems from the social media.
Yeah. They should ban it for adults too, actually. Fuck
Yeah.
Get rid of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually fucking scary when you
Honestly.
talk about the childcare, man. That
Yeah,
frightens me.
Bro, I'm telling you, the stories I've
And I've seen where they have like it's like they have withdrawals when you take an iPad or something off a kid that's been like
They go-
hooked on a
they go
page,
nuts.
They go. It's like Satan.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
like.
My
Like-
daughter's not going to school, bro. My daughter's going to like a fucking monk monastery or
Oh,
some
bro.
shit, bro.
Bro, Dove
Straight up.
looks fake, eh? Like she just like such a like aesthetically like you know what I mean? Like we were saying like you just make good babies.
Yeah, if
You and Rose make good
if you
babies.
told someone to draw a baby,
Bro, it's yeah, and like just the lashes, the eyelashes, they'll be like,
yeah.
yeah.
Look, I'm
It is
telling you, one
good
day,
genes,
one day we'll get Chloe to come in and sit here for a segment and tell us all the fucked up things she's seen at school, and I can guarantee you, all of you will go, yeah, fuck, probably ban social media because it's
Yeah.
literally it literally is what, because then they all compare themselves to these little fuckers on social. Oh, she's getting or he's getting 100,000 likes. What the fuck? If I don't get 100,000 likes, I'm not pretty.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Depression, fucking
Do that as
eating
adults though as well.
Yeah, like it's bad, bro. But when you're a little kid, because your
Yeah.
mind's a sponge, you're
You
absorbing
don't know
that.
how to regulate that.
Yeah. So it's it's a good, it's
I guess
an
to the point
interesting.
they have to do like Soldier Boy dance before entering every day, like
Yeah.
or whatever, something that's trending.
Right.
Like
Soldier Boy's a bit before their time, bro. Soldier Boy dance.
That's to do like these ones.
Honestly, it's a good debate, man. So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
And now we've got one from the commie returns from North Korea.
Back.
Wow. How's Kim Jong Un?
What up, guys? It's the commie here again. Just hanging out with my boy Xi Jinping and Kim Jong Un. You know, just spreading the lovely word. Just want to say welcome, T-Bams. This first episode has been probably one of the best episodes in about 134 episodes. Loving the fact checks. I'm in the same boat. It's a great, refreshing thing to see. I just want to point out the fact that Iggy, you've actually won. T-Bam's basically pointed out that MDMA grows on trees. So, yeah,
That was a
basically
joke.
saying the drugs are found in the forest.
Yep.
Forest is trees. Iggy is the smartest man on the fucking planet.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have fun. Don't kiss each other too much.
Thanks, commie.
Can
Good
you-
luck in the Ukraine.
Can you please? He's in a trench. Can you please just type what is the main source of MDMA and where does it come from? I know
we need
what
to
I
settle this.
It probably
settle
is
it.
some natural thing.
I
right?
know it is because
But-
I'm
but-
always right. Ready?
Well, originally the chemical
Yeah,
is
well,
natural.
you have to get it
but-
from somewhere,
But you said
but-
A tree.
grown. You said
No,
naturally
it's a tree
grown.
bark.
Yeah, tree bark. Yeah.
Brazilian wandering
you should-
spider.
You should have just said that. That's way more wrong. That's way more wrong. I would have just said. I just said something
plant.
natural.
Imagine Tori's like, it comes from tree bark.
Tree bark.
Oh, bro.
No, it's a synthetic man-made drug.
Said not even,
Nothing about it's natural.
It's like a home run, but it was like a foul ball. It's like
So the ingredients in ecstasy often vary and contain blah, 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 but most contain I don't know how to pronounce that word. Isosafrole. Let me just Google that. It's definitely a chemical.
That's a tree bark.
No, it's not. It's an organic compound that's used in the fragrance industry.
Organic.
which can be put on tree bark.
Yeah.
Which is found on Earth. Trees are on Earth.
Yeah.
MDMA's from Earth. You're close,
Trees,
bro.
earth, MDMA. Ah.
That's fine. I'll just cut this part out.
No,
He
no.
cuts it out.
AI voice. AI voice. MDMA goes on trees.
Iggy was right.
No, it definitely is not. Does
damn
not
it.
grow on trees. It is synthetic and man.
Well,
I think that should be the opener. The open, like,
Oh, the
segment.
cold open.
yeah. Well, I'd be in prison for misinformation spreading.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I think we all would. We'd be in the same cell.
Well,
Getting
that's
fucked.
all. That's all the fucking speak pipes. Let me just double check, make sure there's no Discord questions. Thank you guys for returning. Looks
Thank
like
you, guys.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's keep it going.
It's good to hear everyone's voices again.
The debates, the discussions.
The debates, yeah, the discussions are great on those ones. Yeah, we've got no.
Where's Raz?
He's bro. No
he's
one
on a
knows.
vision quest.
I actually don't know where he is. He might be
He'll be
looking.
back
He
soon.
might be looking for the MDMA tree bark somewhere.
He'll come
He's
back
in
as
the
Raz the
Amazon.
White. He's Raz the White.
He's powered up.
Raz the Great.
I'm transformed.
Is his antennas in there?
To the Reddit corner.
Ooh. Is that better? Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking hell, they look a bit springy today.
Yeah.
Brazilian wandering spider.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. It was my topic today. And because I am getting married next year. Woo! Hooray!
Yay.
I chose wedding disasters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wedding disasters because I love
put it-
seeing all the shit on TikTok, like people falling over with the cake and shit, and like
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
I put it on my Instagram, but we didn't get many responses. I don't think many people
maybe
have
no weddings
hot
and
wedding
shit.
stories or
Yeah.
disasters. Zex actually has a pretty bad disaster. Actually, had a cut when I got blood. I had a cut and I got blood all over my pants, and there was no way to fix it at the wedding.
hell?
And Jezza, the commie says, "Mum and Dad got married and had me. Fucking dumb cunts. Should save humanity and pull out." And that's it for the wedding story. So not many people have had significant wedding experiences, I guess. So you kick it off. What's your first story, my friend?
Okay, this one's a fucking funny one. Bride and groom got into an argument during the cake cutting. The reception was at a country club. The cake cutting was poolside. The groom pushes the bride into the pool with her dress on, and she could not swim with the dress as it was wrapping around her and soaking her. Her dad and one brother dove in to save her, and then the other brothers and friends started beating on the groom. The police were called and 4 people were taken to the ER. The marriage was annulled. Gifts were not returned.
I had that same story. I had the same one. But you know, when I was reading that, I thought that's cap kind of. I kind of got cap vibes.
I don't know, man.
So falling in the pool, it's one thing, but I feel like it was just a domino effect, like the cameraman would be going, go, 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 go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Too
There's
scripted.
4 of us now too, so there could be stalemates.
I think that's cap.
I think that's
Yeah,
cap,
I think cap
personally.
as well.
Yay!
Woo!
Incorrect story.
The brides and bridesmaids started to have drinks in the morning while getting ready, naturally, of course. But one bridesmaid drank more than the rest of them, and it was starting to show. I was just a guest at the wedding, but I could see the drunk bridesmaid wobbling a little while going down the aisle. The ceremony went very well. Me and my friend thought that maybe she had sobered up a little. Then the bride went to throw the bouquet. The bridesmen and a few guests piled up in a clump to catch the bouquet. The bride threw it. The drunk bridesmaid jumped to catch it, caught it, and shat herself on the landing, all over the dance floor.
What's with people and shitting themselves? What the fuck?
I'd believe that.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
I think that's true. Like, that's
I'd
not
be-
too... And I mean, when people say shit themselves, could have just been a little poo.
yeah,
like a little-
nugget.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
explosive diarrhea.
She did say all over the floor.
Okay, but all of the 4 people exaggerate. Like my mum, if my
Yeah.
mum's seen that, my mum would be like, "There was like a gallon of
Yeah.
shit." But I'm
I
like,
think-
but a little bit of poo is always a lot of poo, right? There should never be a little bit of poo to begin with. So,
Oh shit! I thought that was. I
Yeah,
hit the
so-
button. Oh my god!
Yeah, I was
So-
torn on that one, to be honest. I didn't know if that was
yeah,
true.
yeah, you can never see. Yeah, it's always a big poo, right? My mum's friend informed my mum she was bringing 7 other people to our 95-person wedding. My mum said she couldn't, and her friend said, "If I'm coming, they are." Mum called me, and I just said, "Fine, let her know she's not invited." Apparently, the friend was upset. Bitch, I'm not even friends with you. Okay, she's talking to me now.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not bringing people I don't know to my wedding list wishes.
Did
What?
you proofread this?
I didn't proofread this one.
Sorry, guys. He's very underprepared today.
So wait, the
I
mums.
didn't even want her there in the first place. She was on the list because my mum really wanted her to. Okay, this is where I can't stand. Right, I have a lot of this in my family. People try to have say in who they invite.
Ah, yeah.
Like mum, like the
and
mum,
the +1ing and
mum's friend, right? Her mum's
Yeah.
friend. When it's something to do with that's the mum, right?
Yeah.
The mum's friend in this scenario has no
Yeah,
right
nah.
to bring even one person.
Yeah, they just want free piss.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking myself that this is cap because no one's asking what crazy person is going, can I invite 7 people to your
Yeah.
wedding?
Yeah.
7
alone.
sounds ridiculous, but
Ridiculous.
I do believe...
Yeah, people
I do
are like
believe
that.
People are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because
But 7's probably cap.
Yeah.
But I just can't stand how the oldies like, and then the thing is, especially like the ethnics in that, a lot of the oldies think they have more of a say because they're like,
yeah,
they throw you the money and they go, now let me invite the people that are,
yeah,
around that you're never going to see again.
Yeah, I know, right? Someone you never know and never will know. They're coming to your wedding.
Yeah. Can I just quickly in between just tell you a story about at Gab's wedding?
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
So we're talking about wedding disasters, right? So there was this guy.
It wasn't a disaster.
There wasn't a disaster.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It wasn't a disaster. It was shaping up to be like
A
you've seen
disaster.
the foundations of the building just go.
Oh
And
shit.
you're like, this guy, like, we were not having a big one. It was like, we just thought we won't drink. I had that Trinity comp, that CrossFit comp, and that recently, and I'm just thought, I won't drink or nothing. And we were all like not drinking, and then all of a sudden you have those 40-something-year-old people. It was like a group that Gab works with, and one of them being the boss. And then they didn't have the kids that night. And you know how the oldies, like, fair play, they've fucking raised kids for years, this and that. They barely get nights off. The kids weren't, they're concerned. So they were having a big one. And there was this guy, and he was just like slowly but surely, like through the night, just got more and more sloppy. And he was like, hey, Kevin. He started calling me Kevin. And I'm just like, I'm looking around. At first, I ignored him completely because I was just like, I'm definitely not Kevin. And he just kept calling, I looked over, he goes, Kevin Bacon. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Kevin Bacon looks nothing like me.
Looks nothing like you.
No, but he said, you look like Kevin Bacon in Footloose. Like So not only do I look like an actor to him, I look like an actor that was in a certain movie at a certain time. And I'm like, you tell me, right?
What?
Yeah, and because I had my hair freshly cut.
Yeah.
So the hair, but I'm like,
What?
do you know what's crazy? That is the most out of. I said to them, I go, that's an insult to me. I said that to him. I go, that's an insult to me, Kevin Bacon. What the fuck?
That's a deep cut, bro.
Yeah, right.
He looks nothing like you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, anyway, this guy, he was that kind of drunk where I'll entertain it. I was nice. I was like, haha. People say I look like Teddy or Ben Affleck or this and that, maybe, or Zohan. I told him meet the Zohan. I go fizzy bubble. I was full playing into it, right? But at what point, when you're the sober one at a wedding,
fuck off,
and this cunt is annoying me, and it takes me a lot. I'm usually the one annoying people, so when you're annoying me, that's like, bro, you've well done. Hook, line, and sinker, you've got me right. So this guy just wouldn't, because I'm hounding, even like. Had to during the speeches. I can't stand the disrespect when people gossip and talk shit. Not even gossip, but just talk during speeches. Like, I don't know. I used to do it when I was younger, or whatever. But like these guys were like 40 years old, and those speeches, they were going, they're having little jokes and like what and this and that. And then eventually they went around going, does anyone have advice for the new couple? Like, so they're going around, this and that. Don't fight. The woman's always right. And then it gets this guy going, and he's saying, if you fuck her in the ass. She didn't say this in the mic. She didn't say this in the mic. Just to his friends, if you fuck her in the ass, she doesn't get pregnant. Like, fuck her in the bum. You know what I mean? And they're all like, like it's the first joke. I'm like, first of all, shit joke, right? but I'm like, and he's just like, oh yeah, whatever. Comes closer. He's circling the guy towards him, the MC.
No.
Yeah, there he goes. No. He goes, first of all, he forgot the MC's name. He goes, hey, what's your name? And this guy's his brother, the groom's brother, is the MC the whole night, Khalif. He's just like, my name's Khalif. He's like, oh. And is that awkward like in a movie? Now they grab the mic and it's like, oh man. Everyone's like this. And he's smashed. And you can tell he's smashed, but you can tell as well, he sobers up a touch. I'm saying a touch because even no matter how drunk you are, if you have a mic and you're at someone's wedding and everyone's going, hey, ready? And the light's on you, you're so around. And he catches himself. I've seen where he wanted to say it, and then he goes, it's like my sixth daughter, because he's got 5 daughters. And I was like, oh God, we just had Dad talk about the significance of having her as a daughter. Like, you're going to have some drunk boss from work say, but he didn't say anything of substance, but he definitely didn't. But he had the ability. He was like Thor's, not Thor, Thanos's like click. All he had to say, but that shit like that could have been a disaster.
I don't know, man. Do you invite your bosses and work people?
Personally,
she's worked there for like 9 years and they're very close.
Yeah, I worked at my last place for like 6 years and I'd bash them all.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everyone's experience, work-life experience. Some people have very enjoyable. They've set up when I say very enjoyable, no one wants to get up every day, right? But some people have just they're like, I'm actually happy with. And I think his work friends, he's not a shit person. He was drunk. He's 40-something years old. I was a bit irritable because I was sober. And not just that, more, I can take a joke, but how often do I have to fake laugh? If you say the same joke, ha ha. Sometimes I'd hear him go, Kevin, and I'm like, fuck. And then even Tori's like, if you position your body, your torso this way.
So you don't look at him,
Because they were like, from me on, I was the borderline from us. And even snapped at him during the speech, like, guys, like even said, guys, you need to relax. And I even said to him at the end, I was like, during one of the speeches, I was like, you got to get your shit together. And then Tori literally went behind me and went, shh, to him. She was like, shh. But then he calmed down a bit, but he was just very...
People, they should be an alcohol on fucking certain cunts, right? They should do like a fucking IQ test or something before you can buy alcohol. Some people can't handle this shit,
what, man? We say a lot of jokes about the Chinese and the communists and that, but I feel like China's got it. They got the ball.
I know.
If you've got too low of a credit score, you can't get served drinks, cunt. All right? So this motherfucker walks into the wedding and his credit scores, his IQ or his human score, what's it called?
Social credit score.
So your social credit score's only fucking 18. You're like, oh, hold on a second. No drinks for this idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like the commies are kind of, they got good ideas. They just don't really execute them properly.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I might fucking join the fucking communist fucking party or whatever the fuck they're called.
You got another story?
Yes. So, my girlfriend's friend accidentally sent out a message to everyone in her contacts just before the wedding calling all her bridesmaids bitches.
What? Is that it?
That's it.
Wow. Okay.
I believe that.
I believe that too. Yeah. And then you have to send out a follow-up text.
It was a joke, man. It was a joke.
My co-worker's wedding started an hour late because her grandfather refused to rush through eating his lunch. Once he was done eating, they got into the car and arrived at the chapel. You know, I can picture
believe
a Wello
that.
doing that.
Yeah.
Someone, can you just picture a
That's
Wello
old,
leisurely
old
fucking-
ethnic people, eh? Like, just don't rush me. So my cousin recently got married to his long-term partner, and the actual wedding itself went really well. The reception was directly after the ceremony. However, the bride's parents announced halfway through the night, completely out of the blue, that they would be divorcing.
So people getting married and then
That's a way to put it down.
Is that better or worse than someone proposing at your wedding? So
Someone proposing at your wedding is fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
What kind of person do you have to be to fucking do that?
and then what about divorcing though?
I'd rather my parents announce
yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
maybe they're cool about it. Maybe they're like, look, guys, we're friends. It's just not working out. So we're just letting you know you're all here. We're just
Crazy
gonna
to
let you
think they're like
know
the first lady and the president that they have to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Or something like, who gives a fuck?
yeah, it's I've got
I got no more.
I've got one more. This one's actually a little bit morbid, so fucking trigger warning. My grandma was supposed to get my siblings and I to my mum and stepdad's wedding. We were already late and my grandma didn't have enough seats, so me and my elder brother, he was 13 at the time, were in the trunk and my older sisters were in the back seats. Turns out grandma was pretty drunk, but at 7 you don't realise. She crashed the car and ended up killing herself and leaving my brother disabled.
No way.
That's 100% real. That's
Yeah,
a
that
fucking
sounds
wild story to make up.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
How sad's that on the wedding day?
Yeah, that's
Fucking what a way to ruin it, Mima.
Did you hear that? Did you guys see that couple? I think it was maybe last year or early this year. It might have been last year. And on the night of their wedding, they were at a resort and they were in the golf buggy and someone that was drunk and driving another golf buggy hit the golf buggy that they were in, the bride and the groom, and killed the bride.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard
shit.
about that.
Yeah, let me try
I
to find
remember.
that.
Killed the bride.
And the groom was like survived, but obviously woke up in hospital and his wife was dead.
You're kidding.
That's terrible.
And I
What
think
a
it was in Australia.
Why do I feel
What a
like
fucking
I
prick,
feel like
man.
you're a bit. I didn't think you could die by a golf buggy crash.
Well,
you never know, man.
impact, yeah. you
The
can-
impact, the shock.
God, that's a shit way to go, bro. Like
That is
make
so
it a
sad.
Ferrari and you go out like Paul Walker or something. Like,
Yeah.
shit, like a golf buggy.
That's so sad.
Was it?
Oh no, he was the one that was driving recklessly. He killed the wife.
Oh.
Sydney man, blah, has been found not guilty of driving a golf buggy without due care and attention, causing the death of his wife on Hamilton Island in June 2022. The buggy flipped and killed Marina Hannah, 29, on their, it was their honeymoon.
Not
But
guilty.
he was found not guilty.
Yeah. He obviously did it, but
Yeah, he's got a good lawyer.
yeah, he was acquitted
OJ's
of one
lawyer.
count.
Oh, that's impossible.
That's it
From the grave.
Oh, man.
They'd been together for 8 years at the time of the incident.
That's so sad.
yeah.
See, I don't know. I
Just
don't,
be responsible.
yeah, I don't
man.
find it cool, like driving fast and
Yeah,
like
it's so
hitting
stupid.
buggies at a fight. Like, bro, just play golf. Like,
Yeah.
like why you got to drive around like a
Some
fucking
people
idiot?
are just idiots, man. Like, it's such an ego thing. People think that's the cool thing to do. You got them dickheads in the fucking loud cars and shit. And
Yeah, they meet up at Krispy Kremes every Thursday night for a fucking car
it
meet up.
sounds shit.
Bro, I used to have these
You look like an
friends.
idiot.
I used to have these friends, and it was. I'm not going to name them, but it was probably from the age of like 13 to like 17. I was close with these boys. I was like St. Clair, and we were like, they would hang out with like older guys that were into cars, and they were petrol heads. They started to get into cars, but I wasn't really like into cars. I found they annoyed me. If the louder they were, the more they pissed me off.
Yeah.
And if they were dropped on their tits, as they would say, like the cars dropped like load, I'd be like, oh my god. Or if they have the spoilers, I get triggered. I took a photo of an Indian guy with a massive spoiler. So, but then they got really into it, and then it just so happened that the demographic of the boys that would go to these cruises and catch up, as I would say, was like older people, like 30s to 40s. And then they would just meet up, let's go KKs. It was like, let's go KKs, like Krispy Kremes. And they'd all cruise down and then stay together as well. You'd make sure. And I'm like, and I'm in the back of this guy's car and I'm like, hey man, how much savings do you got for like I got 40k. How much do you spend in the car? 38, so I got 2 to play with. No, he didn't say that, but it's one of those guys that they have. The only money they have, they got money.
The car,
but other than that, they're broke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sorry to backtrack, but this is actually a story that I was talking about. This is where this was not caused by the groom. This was a bride being killed and the groom left fighting for their life in America after the newlyweds were hit by a drunk driver as they left their wedding reception on a golf buggy. So the other story that I just told you about, that was in New South Wales. This one was in...
They were hit by a car.
No, both of them have been golf buggy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Both of them are golf buggy, but the one in Australia was the groom.
Self-inflicted.
This was another guest that was drunk and driving a golf buggy and rammed into them in South Carolina, literally leaving their wedding reception.
Oh,
see, if this was China, low credit score on that imbecile, no golf buggy for
firing
you.
squad.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
The guy.
That is so fucking sad, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Stop doing dumb shit, man. What's wrong with you people? Man, these people are so fucked in the head. How hard is it? How hard is it?
Don't get married. You're going to fucking get hit by a golf buggy.
The golf cart was thrown...
Iggy, watch out for golf buggies.
Was thrown over 100 yards and rolled several times.
Oh, so they were like... How fast the golf buggies don't go that far?
Oh, here we go. Drunk traveling... what? 65 miles per hour, which is 105 kilometers.
No.
The golf buggy can't go that fast.
Well, it says when they were struck from behind by a drunk driver traveling 65 miles per hour or 105 kilometers in a 25 mile per hour or 40 kilometer zone.
I think they were in a car.
No, they weren't.
I didn't think buggies could get up to those speeds.
Type in what's the max speed of a golf buggy?
How were they hit by a car if they were driving a golf buggy? Isn't it
because
usually
so maybe
there's a
leaving.
road.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's a road to the clubhouse.
Yeah.
But put it, let's see how fast can a fucking
How
golf
fast?
buggy?
I don't think those golf buggy can't go that fast.
I thought 50 to 60.
Maybe you're right. It doesn't actually specify.
50 to 60, right?
No, less.
This is 12 to 14 miles per hour.
Okay.
You're fired.
Hey, how crazy would it be if you see some guy on the back nine and he's going 105 in the golf buggy?
Going up the hill.
You know the guy just came from KK's? He came from Krispy Kreme?
The buggy's got a spoiler on it.
It just says, sorry, okay, I apologize. Yeah, the bride and the groom were in the golf buggy. I assumed if they were driving a golf buggy, they went on a fucking road.
Yeah.
I thought-
Yeah, I've had to drive across.
But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Apologies. I'll
Goddamn.
do better.
Don't come back next week. That'll do us for Reddit Corner, my boys. We go to the news. I need to fucking label those motherfuckers. Meow.
There's always a lot of news, man. The world's just going at fucking 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
I think we should open up with the most important thing of all.
What is that?
North Korean soldiers get addicted to porn.
Yeah, they're not certain if that's true though.
When I say addicted, I'm not saying that they're all going to end up in fucking rehab centers and they can't touch their dicks. They got a chastity belt on. They can't wank for 20 years just to get over porn. But regardless, the excitement they must have felt and wonder
for the first time
as an adult man. Like how young do you reckon the youngest North Korean soldier is? Like, and how old?
71.
17 to 20. So in wanking years, in porn years, they're 45, they're 30, and then they get
Wanking
in
years.
wanking years, they're like 30, 40, and they're coming across this. Imagine like. You know,
no one's fighting.
They're in Ukraine,
No
right?
one's
So some
fighting.
Ukrainian soldiers like, what can we do to distract them? They're too good at everything else. They're doing a thousand
give them the
skips in
internet.
like a second, right? Give them some porn. Watch them freak out. They'll self-implode. They'll be fighting, and all I think is just beating off. You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy though? Like they reacted how any man would.
That's why Putin's asking for any other help.
When
Anyone else can help us. Like,
well, you know, when these things happen, these global things, there's a lot of Western media that tries to kind of paint them as like foolish and that it's going wrong. The same thing happened when Russia invaded Ukraine. There's a lot of stories saying Russia's doing terrible, Russia's losing. So a lot of them are dramatized. I don't know how true the North Korean porn thing is because I've seen that a lot too. I tried looking it up. I don't know. It's just hearsay, I think.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
But it is extremely funny.
So it is literally hilarious.
That part wasn't fake.
Did you guys see how a fucking emperor penguin washed the shore on a Western Australian beach?
From Antarctica,
Apparently it's the first ever recorded penguin swimming all the way from Antarctica.
Wasn't it 8,000
It's a long ways, man. It's
miles or fucking kilometers?
like 24,000 kilometers or something.
Penguin got a little lost and arrived on the shore of Ocean Beach in Denmark, 430 kilometres south of Perth in early November. Is that what you're referring to?
Yep. So I think Denmark's
a place in Australia,
Yeah, it's in Perth.
Look
at him on the sand. He'd be so confused.
Yeah, he's like, what is this snow?
He'd be so... see, you got to help him get back, bro.
Yeah, journeying more than 3,500 kilometres from its home in Antarctica for possibly the first time ever.
That's the first penguin to take a vacation.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's just going on a holiday, bro. He's got his visa.
He would have been swimming for
this
ages.
guy's like, shit, I didn't pay for luggage.
Come for a tan.
Like, where the fuck's the next iceberg, man? This is fucking ages away. Yeah, fuck.
Do you know how hot this water would be compared to what he's used to?
Yeah, that's why. I'm surprised he survived.
That's like the Ian Thorpe of fucking penguins.
Yeah.
They're such a beautiful penguin, the emperor penguin. They're
cool,
beautiful.
The classic penguin.
Someone who found it said he tried to do a slide on his belly thinking it was snow, I guess, and just face planted on the sand.
Where is he now? This fucking...
He is
he's in a scientific lab research center. We have fucking kidnapped him.
He's being treated by a registered wildlife carer who explained that he was malnourished but will receive rehabilitation.
So he literally just got lost from the group and fucking ended up swimming until we found land. The bastard.
Just don't let him discover coke.
Poor fella.
What a cutie.
Did you guys hear the new UFO hearings in the US? They're having more UFO hearings, and they've said that there's been claims from government agencies and stuff that they're following military nuclear submarines. So they come from the ocean, apparently, these UFOs, right? There's a lot of reports that they've seen them in the ocean. They're following nuclear submarines.
Now, UFOs meaning unidentified. It doesn't mean alien.
Yes.
It means it's
UAP. But apparently they're coming from the oceans is a new word in the street. And it's always nuclear stuff. They're always around nuclear stuff. They don't want us to blow each other up. They're watching us, man, closely. So, you know.
And it's not surprising when you think of it because 80% of our world is water, 75% of our, you know what I mean, our planet is water. If you could somehow, and we're in 2024, defy fucking physics and get that pressure has always been a problem. Like the pressure underwater, it's like the space, but it's the opposite. You know what I mean? Like you implode. I don't know if it's the same effect in terms of like in space, you literally implode, right? Like your guts and innards just like explode. I don't know if it's the same for like water.
Yeah.
But like the deeper you go, if they could just defy that and get as deep as they can, like I don't know.
Who knows what's down there?
Yeah, like I don't know what the deepest part of the ocean that someone has traveled is, but I feel like
it was James Cameron in the Marianas Trench.
3,200 meters, I'm pretty sure.
But speaking of Antarctica, did you know they were saying that apparently someone was saying, Andrew Scholl said this on his podcast, but there was some government thing that was saying that World War III would start because, you know, there's 7 countries that claim parts of Antarctica, right? Australia is one of them, Chile is one of them, Argentina. He said World War III will start because they have a pact that they're not going to dig for minerals. That's the rule. They made this pact. No one's digging for minerals on these parts of Antarctica. Yeah. He said World War III would start when someone disobeys this pact.
From a different, we got another camera. We told you we'd buy new cameras, and we have multiple cameras already.
We are still working out this shit, right? This shit is fucking hard, man. There's fucking cameras dying, fucking batteries fucking getting shoved up my ass. Yeah. Anyway, Again, a little bit of a different angle on the YouTube, but yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I was just talking about Antarctica. Fucking who knows what's under there? Penguins traveling and fucking aliens shit.
Well, maybe the penguin fucking swam from Antarctica to warn us that shit's about to pop off
Maybe.
in fucking Antarctica. Well, I've got a point, right? This happened here at home. Did you guys see the fucking Indian man, forgot his name, who jumped in the dude's car
to save the kid.
and he's trying to claim that he was saving the child?
Yeah. What the fuck?
I reckon he's a fucking liar and was going to steal the car, and then he's gone, fuck, there's a kid in the car, and now he's trying to play the fucking crimson hero.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, dude.
I agree.
Like, first of all, if I seen someone jump out of their car, go to the servo, and their kid's in the back still, wouldn't you be the human thing to just watch the car until the guy comes back, just to make sure everything's all good? Or like maybe run inside and go, hey,
like,
man.
where are you
like,
driving to after you...
Yeah.
He went in there for like 5 seconds, and this guy jumps in
Yeah.
the car thinking he's saving the kid. Yeah, that's a good idea actually that he was trying to steal
I reckon
the
he's gone to steal it and then gone, holy fuck, there's a kid in the back here.
Yeah.
What do I do? Panicked, driven to the police station, and now he's trying to play like the hero.
I think he can get charged. There's a possibility that he might get charged for this. I don't know what he'd get charged of. Maybe it's that. Maybe they'll question him, because all you got to do is sit him down. This is how to get... You sit him down for more than 3 minutes, and you already got your story there. I reckon. Like, what's he gonna say? Like, if I'm the judge, I'm like, so what happened? Like, oh, he just went in the car, like, and I just drove. Where were you gonna drive to? The police, like you know what I mean? Like, why? That's too. You know what I mean? You're either a pedophile or you're a thief.
I reckon he was going to try to steal the car.
Yeah.
Drop it off at his old mate's house, go back and get his bike later.
Yeah.
But then again, it's stupid though, because he's left the bike right there. So you look at the CCTV,
Look at the number plate.
Look at the number plate.
Yeah.
So he might have just been trying to save the kid now, because then it's not. You can't steal something in broad daylight these days because there's cameras fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And did you see his interview? They were interviewing him. Yeah, he's like all happy and laughing.
Yeah, he reckons he's done nothing wrong.
He was saying this guy should learn his lesson. Essentially, he's saying oh, well, let this be listened to him.
But that's smart. If he was trying to steal the car, he's.
But it's not his wallet. It's not his wallet though that he's handing. It's his kid.
Yeah, yeah,
it's a weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit weird. What was the cunt's name? Fucking
Yeah, I can't remember.
His last name was Singh.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh Singh, the fucking.
Did you see the 4 people in California dressed up as bears to try claim insurance on the car? They dressed in bear costumes and were fucking up their car to try claim insurance. You didn't
Oh
hear
my
that?
god, no.
I got caught, obviously.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we had elaborate bear costumes with like little,
proper
knuckle dusters with like claws on them and shit.
Oh, hats off to him though. That's
You
fucking
can't,
clever, eh?
You can't emulate an animal like that. Like an animal that majestic, that big, like a predator.
There's no way this.
That's a cool costume though. Like,
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's okay to go to a Halloween party. That'll pass.
the video of it crawling into the car.
Oh my god! See what I mean? Like the way they're moving, it's like.
Yeah.
That's smart, eh? But like, what an idea!
Oh yeah, the claws are evenly spaced
Yeah.
and like.
Apparently, they ripped off a whole bunch of money though from multiple insurance companies. Like, it
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
their first rodeo. They've
Yeah,
been doing it for a while.
That's a thing. They, my dad used to work as like he went from being a cop to doing insurance claims just like this.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. He busted so many people doing that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like some guy burnt down his whole house. I don't know. I think maybe I've said this on the pod before, but
You have.
I have. He burnt down his whole house. Said he took the dog for a walk. People do crazy things. People buy a boat that they think they're going to use, and then they go, "Fuck, I'm not using this thing.
Yeah.
What can I do?" Fucking,
And it works most of the
It
time.
works, but yeah, from every one they catch, so many. It's like drugs. When they catch an import of drugs, it's like
I got sold some wise advice from someone. He said the best day, only good thing about a boat is the best day ever is the day you buy it and then the day you sell it. That's literally what he said, because he had boats his whole life, and then he was like, after the second boat, he was like, fuck this, and sold it. He's like, never again.
But you have to be one with the sea. If you're getting a boat, you have to be either like for Rex fishing adventures. Like you got to be in love with your fishing, and you got to go out regularly. Like how often would it be? Let's just say
Every second day.
So you think that if you want a boat, what's the amount of time you would want to use it? Like the least amount of time.
Every second weekend.
Right? Every second weekend. Other than that, if you go once a month, that's only 12 times out of 365 days.
Nah, and I think it's not even worth it unless your backyard literally goes onto water and you can park the cunt there.
Yeah.
I reckon other than that, it's not fucking worth it.
Just rent a boat for a weekend.
Yeah, you got to fucking tow the cunt and fucking... And then not just that too, apparently I didn't know this, every time you take your boat out of the salt water and shit, you got to like full clean the engine and shit, get all the salt off it and shit. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man. That's not fucking... I don't know. We should do it. When are we doing our own fucking insurance claims on this camera? Get DZ to dress up as like a lizard and he's like scratching at it and shit.
Just look at...
What you got for us, man?
LaMelo Ball, the famous NBA player, recently got fined $100,000 for saying no homo in his post-game interview.
What?
And the thing is, if you want to bring it up, sorry.
How do you spell his name?
No homo.
Lamelo, last name Ball. He said no homo. And the worst thing about this is, first of all, 100,000 is 100,000, right?
Did you say he was fined?
Yeah, 100,000. $100,000 he was fined for saying no homo. Now, the way this guy used it, it wasn't even suited to be used there. When he it was actually shit.
Man, no homo.
It was kind of shit. Like you'll know it.
So he said it for no reason.
Sorry, but the video. Can you get the video up? My bad.
Is it a?
It should. Oh, I seen it on TikTok, but it should be on. It should be on something.
This one perhaps. Let me turn the volume up.
We
loaded up. No homo.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh,
He goes. We loaded up. No homo. It's like we loaded up. It's like
I missed.
I get it, maybe, but it's like. What?
Yeah, it's
not the right time. So he kind of not just got a fine, but it was kind of like, was it a fine because it was so bad? Like,
Yeah, I reckon it was fine because it was a shit joke.
yeah, like what?
Fucking
But
hell.
imagine like this is the times we're in, right?
Yep.
Like, we're talking about misinformation, hate speech, this and that. Saying
That'll
no
be
homo.
prison time. In
Yeah.
a couple of years, he'll get prison time for that.
He released a comment that said, before we get started, I want to address the comment yesterday. I didn't really mean anything by it and don't want to offend anybody. I've got love for everyone and I don't discriminate.
No homo.
No homo.
See, if he said no Diddy, it would have been alright.
Yeah.
Or if he said pause, it would have been alright. But because he said homo,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, man.
fucking strange times we live in, bro.
When you're in the spotlight like that, you're just under the microscope, aren't you? Like,
Yeah,
you can't
it's
do anything. It makes me wonder with even like relationships and shit. Like, so many people keep relationships under wraps, like famous people like Eminem, Lil Wayne, his missus, or fucking who else? Like Snoop Dogg. Who's he married to? He's married to someone. But then it's like, whatever you say and do, if you are involved in any scandal, in and outside the relationship, right? You just have to avoid everything, because even if you're not doing anything, they'll try and like pick apart what you're doing
Yeah.
and make it look like you're doing something. You know what I mean?
100%. Tori, did you have something?
I did have a point. I don't know if you guys have been hearing on TikTok and everything about Bonnie Blue.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes,
you
I
did.
wanted
Inform us.
I wanted to get your guys' thoughts.
Yeah.
So there's this UK sex worker, I guess, but she's doing it for free. So she has an OnlyFans, and her whole purpose essentially is to just sleep with people, but for free. And then she films it, and then she puts it on her OnlyFans, and then obviously that is paid for. But she will put out her location wherever she is. It's a hotel. This is all over Spain. She's been to UK, all this sort of stuff. And she literally will just have people lining up having sex with her, and she has sex with them all. And I think she's had sex with like 100 people in a day, sort of thing. Like,
I thought
she's
you were talking
trying
about
to-
something else.
Oh no! Actually, I think I've heard that 101 people
What
in a
the
day.
fuck?
She's been on a lot of podcasts.
Would you rather be the
But-
first guy or the last guy?
Imagine the last guy.
Imagine the guy that wants to be the last guy. That's the guy you should run from. Anyway.
But what I wanted to bring up is that she was had a visa to come to Australia to go to schoolies. And she was going to come over. She was making lots of videos and stuff on TikTok and all that sort of stuff, promoting it. And she was using language like she wanted to come over and have sex with, in her words, barely legal 18-year-olds. And so she was really promoting trying to have sex with really young people. And someone started a petition which got 20,000 signatures, and her visa was cancelled and she wasn't able to come.
Nice. Yeah,
So
predator. She was a little predator.
The petition worked.
The petition worked.
Wow. When does that ever happen?
Yeah. A lot of people had concerns that she was, coming over targeting, young, impressionable guys, which a lot of people probably wouldn't take seriously because it's guys, but if the roles are reversed,
of course.
It's still the wrong thing. Like,
it is.
Yeah, it is weird how we just kind of pass when a young kid gets taken advantage of. Taken advantage of in a different way, I feel, than a young girl is taken advantage of.
But it's still the same thing.
It's still the same thing. It's
and
the
in
same
her
thing.
words, barely. She literally said on her TikTok video, barely 18.
Yeah. Keep her out.
And plus, her pussy would have got caught in customs because that shit is like that's just bringing like dangerous goods. You know how if you have dried fruit, if you have like weapons or anything, they'd be like dangerous. We have about 100 semen samples.
Yeah. That's so fucked up.
You got to be careful there too, because if she does this with barely legal, and then how do you not know that the next one is I want to do it with 17-year-olds?
And how many 18-year-olds lie about their age? They're actually 16.
Yeah, and it gets really that's.
Well, she also has slept with fathers and sons together. Like her whole shtick is like
What?
Fucked up shit.
Yeah. And I just read on the article that she had sex with 150 people in 2 weeks.
Bro, she's going to have AIDS.
Some men would commend this woman.
I think it's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It is. It's
putrid,
actually.
bro.
And I'm all for female empowerment.
But at what point, right? At what point is she degrading? Now, having sex. Back in the day, women was like, if they were sexual, they were like, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Healthy, fine, right? But at what point is it not healthy? And is she doing it because, can we all say it, daddy issues? Or is that just too much of a blanket statement? Could she be from is this woman likely from a happy, functional household?
No.
Or from a dysfunctional, no father in a life household?
Well, that's highly likely, and I also think it's marketing because look, we're talking about it, and she's making
And it
money
sells.
on this shit.
It's
It sells.
clickbait. It's rage bait is what people have been calling it online.
rage
So she's not, although she's doing something, but who knows? Does she want to fuck? Does she actually, when she looks deep, if it wasn't for the money, right, is she kind of like...
She's doing it she's having sex with them for free, but then filming it.
Uploads. Yeah, that's part of her thing.
That's part of her thing, but she's essentially having sex with these people for free. So she wants to do it.
Yeah.
She also did a podcast where she sleeps with a lot of married men, and she was bragging about it, and she was saying that she does not feel any guilt, any remorse, anything about sleeping with married men because it's their wives or partners' fault that the men are coming to her to have sex because they don't pleasure their partners enough and all that sort of stuff.
She's rage baiting hard. There's no way she's saying outrageous shit for clicks, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's the partner's fault? She's obviously catering to it's
too dumb to feel real.
She's rage baiting hard because
and it's working.
It's working. We're talking about it now. So
There was another one. Annie Knight does the same thing.
Yes.
She's doing the exact same shit.
And she's Australian, I think, right?
Oh.
Annie Knight. I thought she was.
she?
Hold on.
Those Australian bitches.
Maybe not. Let me.
God.
Adult star in Sydney after Fiji deportation. Oh, because she got
Deported.
deported from Fiji because
Because she fucked all the guys on the island.
No, they were going to come to schoolies here, and then visa got cancelled, so they went to Fiji. But now this article was released 11 hours ago saying they were both deported from Fiji.
What does she look like?
Wow.
What does she look like?
They're both blonde.
I can't even see from here.
Sorry. I know you guys are blind. This is one of them. This is Annie Knight. It's not a very good photo. Annie Knight. Oh, here's both of them together.
I can't even see.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to.
I'm surprised you haven't seen anything on TikTok about it. It's all over my.
This one is this better? This is
That's
Bonnie
Bonnie
Blue.
Blue.
Bonnie Blue.
Yep.
Surely you can see that, Dylan.
I can't see.
You'd be
zoom in.
surprised. But I see a woman. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see long hair and
And
Blue
what else do you
eyes.
see? What else do you see?
that's about it.
That's
Okay,
it.
that's it. Nothing else. Say nothing from the neck down. Good man.
But yeah, they went to Fiji and then apparently they've been deported from Fiji.
Joey's like, where's the line?
Oh God.
I thought you were talking about when you said her name. I thought you were talking about that
That's pretty
chick
crazy.
that was poisoning her fucking. Do you hear about
You're
that?
talking about the Harris family.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
didn't-
know much about it, but I thought influencer chick poisoning her fucking kids.
Yes.
The 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Chloe
Yes.
was gone on about
How
this last
sad
night.
is that?
Yes, so this is an Australian family. The mother, a TikToker, it's been all over TikTok, and she's been accused. Essentially, she has a really young daughter, Daisy, and Daisy had been sick and was having seizures and was really, really, really ill for a very long time. And so they'd take her to hospital and she would go into intensive care and they just could not figure out what was wrong with her. And essentially it's come out that the mother was poisoning or drugging the child. I don't know with what, I'll need to research, but was essentially drugging the child, which is what made essentially the baby sick.
Well, why was she doing
For clout,
For
right?
social
clout.
fucking media.
It's like Munchausen syndrome.
Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah.
For social media, and it all stems back to social fucking media. We need to ban this shit, bro. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. So because I'd seen videos that she's posting shit on social media, trying to get fucking sympathy and donations and shit. It's all for social media.
Because
How can you not see that
She also
shit?
had a
GoFundMe, yeah, right.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. See,
that's so.
it's not just fucking kids under 16 that shouldn't have this shit. It's fucking most of us should not be having this shit. This is fucking ridiculous.
And apparently the husband didn't know.
Yes, and now he's missing.
He's missing.
He's missing.
You're kidding.
In the context of, because all of the children have been removed from their
From them,
care,
yeah.
including the husband's, and he said that he didn't know about it, and then apparently he hasn't been heard of, so people are speculating
That he did know the whole time.
Well, no, that
Or he's
maybe
killed
he's
himself.
killed himself. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And what's happening with her?
Surely arrested, right?
I'm just reading it now. I know that the kids have been taken. Yeah, the 3 kids have been taken from them. Daisy has been placed with Child Protective Services.
Oh, this is so sad.
Because the baby also had brain surgery too. Like, it was that intense that she had several brain surgeries to try and figure out what was going on and all that sort of stuff.
She inflicted it with the drugs.
Yes,
It made
and then it developed something. Yeah.
So she knew the baby had nothing wrong with him, but went ahead with brain surgery anyway.
That's correct.
That's so fucked up, man.
Yeah, all social medias have been deleted. The GoFundMe has been removed. I'm not 100% sure what's happening with the mum yet. I assume she'd be in custody.
Oh, I feel bad for the dad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, was the dad involved?
He's adamant. He was on socials for a little bit before he went, MIA, saying that he literally knew nothing about
I
it.
reckon he's killed himself.
Yeah. It showed that Daisy had a high reading of benzodiazepam, which is like Valium, ETC, or ECT, etc.
Bro, come on,
So
man.
she was drugging her
With
with
benzos.
benzos, yeah, which is what makes you drowsy, because that was a big
Yeah.
symptom, was that she was very drowsy. She could never stay
This
awake.
is breaking my heart, man.
Yeah.
Not everyone deserves to be parents.
Oh, this makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the way it was revealed is that some of the nurses at the hospital,
Apparently found her on socials.
yeah,
And we're like, this is not right.
and it wasn't adding up. Like, stuff
Yeah.
was just not adding up.
Yeah.
And then after her last brain surgery found nothing, the Children's Hospital decided to run a toxicology report, and it showed that she had a high reading of benzos.
Yeah.
And that's when they were kind of like, hold on, what's happening?
Oh, this makes me so sad, man. When you're a parent, bro, this shit just changes you, man. I can't even fathom doing this to my child. Like, what is wrong with you? Give this chick firing squad. Send her to North Korea, bro.
Because the
Fuck this shit.
commitment, how long was she doing it for? It's like, it's all well and good if you lose your shit and you hit your kid and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. That's, I shouldn't have done that. But it's like drugging your kid for that long.
I seen a photo of her too, and she looks like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
This chick. She got the eyes behind the eyes, man. She looks like a fucking maniac.
This is just a fucking
Yeah.
unbelievable.
This is heartbreaking, bro. This is so sad.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. So,
And that's the little baby.
Does anyone got a happy?
yeah, does anyone
Yeah,
Tell me a
Can
joke.
we
or
end on
something.
happy? Is there one more point?
There's one more point.
Oh, I have one. Did you guys?
You go. I'm not going to do mine. I'll save
Sorry,
mine.
no,
One
it's just
more.
a very little one. But did you guys see Kim Kardashian got the
Yes, I
Tesla
had that.
robot?
Yeah, I had that written down.
And it kept on telling
trying
her
to run.
Doing the hard thing.
But see how quick this shit's evolving, bro. Technology, man, it's gonna be fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
People are so skeptical.
She was teaching him how to blow kisses because he did it from here before. She's like, no, up to your face. And she's like
See what's going to happen soon. So in 30 years time will be social media completely out the window, and then everyone will be like, oh, look what my robot can do. And it'll just be like, again, everyone's off socials again, but you're just watching your robot do shit instead of you. It'll be like robots versus each other.
And when you have road rage, your robot gets out of the passenger seat and they punch on with that guy's robot.
They're watching it.
Everyone's going to be fucking 100 and something kilos and shit.
It's like Wall-E, bro. The movie Wall-E. We're going to be floating around in chairs.
Well, that's it for me. That'll fucking that'll do me.
I'll leave it there.
Sorry for the morbid ending there, but we brought it back.
We overcame some obstacles on this episode. I feel like, especially with the visuals.
Yes.
But we like anything, we got it done, and
gotta persist.
Yeah, we have to. Persistence is key, and I feel like these episodes keep getting better and better. I know I'm biased, but let's go. FireCast
as always
on my fucking chest.
So guys, thank you very much as always. T-Bems, thank you for your efforts. The people love it. Guys, you want to see her feet?
Let us know.
PayPal link is below, man. Let us know.
She's a size 9.
Yep.
But I have skinny feet.
Skinny feet.
And nice toes.
There you go.
Skinny feet. Beautiful feet.
Just donate.
Not a blotch of nail polish outside the nail.
Thank you very much. I missed that fucking double one.
Do it again. Do it again.
That's it. Guys, as always, we'll see you next week.
Let's go.